Track 21.
1. Adapt to. Change your ideas or behaviors to make them suitable for a new situation. 2. Self-sufficient. Able to care of yourself or deal with problems without help from others. 3. Adulthood. A phase of life that starts when people are 20. 4. Self-discovery. The process of learning about yourself and your beliefs. 5. Pursue. If you pursue a plan, you try to do it or achieve it. 6. Adolescence. A phase of life between the ages of 10 and 19. 7. Retirement. A period of life when people stop working as they are over 60. 8. Double down on something. Increase one's efforts or focus on doing something.
Track 22. 1.
The doctor explained that it was better to spread studying time well throughout the day.
2.
The doctor suggested that I should prepare for my lessons at the exact time every day.
3.
The doctor recommended I keep track of the hours I study during the day.
4.
The doctor advised me to self-talk positively.
5.
The doctor warned me not to try to be without mistakes all the time.
6.
The doctor asked me to accept my mistakes.
Track 23.
As I work at the Skills Center, I have the opportunity to work with people of different ages. Each age group affects my life differently. For example, working with kids and children always brings variety to my life. No single day is the same. They're so innocent and kind-hearted that working with them motivates me to be a better person. Children are, by nature, very curious. With all the questions they ask, sometimes I realize that I don't know the answer to the most simple questions. And very often, I find myself looking for answers in books or on the internet. Teens have a unique worldview. I love the chance to see life through their eyes. Their creativity and ability to think outside the box inspires me, and I find myself more creative day by day. The teenage years can often be a turning point in people's lives. I often compare their life with a roller coaster, hitting so many ups and downs and moving at full speed. Without the proper positive influences, they often make bad decisions. I'm happy that I can become friends with my adolescent students, and they seem to listen to my advice. When it comes to working with the elderly, I love learning from their experience. Most elderly people have lived full and fascinating lives, and working with them gives me valuable understanding of the aging process, which helps me think about what matters most to me in life. Their memories also take me into a different time, and I understand more about history as well as the human experience over time. They're also often quite willing to show their gratitude, thus they often compliment and thank me, which makes my day.
Track 24.
1. Boost. If you boost your self-confidence, you increase it. 2. Extend to. If something extends to all your life, it affects all aspects of your life. 3. Seek. If you seek something, you try to get or find it. 4. Peer. Your peers are the same age or have the same position as you. 5. Alter. If something alters your life, it changes your life. 6. Ease. If something eases your problems, they become less difficult or painful. 7. Count. If something counts more for you, it is important and valuable for you. 8. Maintain. If you maintain something, you continue having it.
Track 25. 1.
How often do you do sports?
2.
Who are you going to travel with?
3.
When did you first start doing yoga?
4.
What movies have you watched recently?
Track 26.
A couple of years ago, I was traveling on Christmas Eve. I thought that there would be a lot of people in the airport, but it wasn't crowded at all. For me, that meant a cup of coffee. I walked toward the coffee shop. There was one woman in front of me in the line. She was having a very interesting conversation with the barrister. She was waving her hands, smiling and laughing and talking about her kids, holiday plans and presents. When it was my turn to order, I was greeted with the warmest and most sincere welcome. She said, "Hi, my name is Lily. What is your name?" I said, "I am Ryan." She asked what she could make me for that day. I said I wanted a latte. She said, "You definitely want cream on it, don't you?" I said, "Yes, definitely." Then she continued asking me questions. She asked me where I was going. I said, "Cleveland." She asked me if I was going there to spend the holiday together with my family. I said yes. The conversation continued. She was asking me questions and also talking about her holiday traditions. She was laughing and I was laughing. Then she handed me my drink and said, "Ryan, have a safe trip and create some extraordinary memories with your family. When you come back, I want you to stop here and tell me all about your trip."
Track 27.
With a lot of surprise on my face, I took my drink and I walked away. I started thinking about her. It was Christmas Eve and most people would rather be anywhere else in the world than serving a coffee at an airport. But not her. It was like she was meant to be there. I couldn't help myself and I walked back and said, "Excuse me, Lily." She jumped around and asked if everything was okay with the latte. I said that the latte was perfect. I just had to come and ask you about the secret of such meaningful connections over serving coffee. She corrected me, "Ryan, I am not serving coffee. I am pouring happiness into people's lives." When I asked her what it meant, her definition of pouring happiness amazed me. She wants to be happy and she wants to be around happy people. She cares about her customers and wants them to come back. So she chooses to smile and to help them. Instead of focusing on how to be successful, she focuses on how to be helpful. Another thing she understands and masters is how she chooses to show up. A lot of things happening in our life are beyond our control. She knows that she cannot control these things, but what makes her happy is how she chooses to respond to those things. When I met Lily, I had a lot of problems in my life, but I will never forget that cup of coffee. She made my day then. When you decide to show up as the best version of who you are, it gives you the best opportunity to meet people who are in need. You never know when someone needs you to be your best. Be your best self always.
Track 28.
1. Put somebody down. Make somebody feel silly. 2. Self-esteem. Respect for yourself. 3. Harass. Annoy or trouble somebody repeatedly. 4. Consequence. A result of a situation or an action, often a bad one. 5. Handle. Deal with something. 6. To be exposed to something. Experience something or be affected by something. 7. Cyberbullying. The activity of using the internet to harm other people. 8. Get somebody down. Make someone feel unhappy or stressed.
Track 29. 1,
If I were you, I wouldn't buy an electronic book.
2,
Unless you hide yourself, the paparazzi will continue to harass you.
3.
If you don't have self-esteem, others won't respect you either.
4.
If you spent less money on useless things, you could save up for a computer.
5.
If he is sad, he always tends to get others down as well.
Track 30.
Though analysts once predicted that ebook sales will outsell printed books by 2015, physical books still sell more. Meryl Halls, managing director of the Booksellers Association in the UK, says it is partly due to the fact that people like to have a record of what they've read and to signal about it to the rest of the world. There is also a risk that your ebook collection can completely disappear, as it happened with Microsoft's ebook in 2019. Scientifically, there are two main reasons why people are more inclined to read physical books. First, people's paper brain and ebook brain are not the same. When people read from a screen, they tend to read quickly in order to understand main points. Thus, they skip details. They can also easily switch from one line to the other or do completely different things in between. It is a biliterate brain, Manoush Zamoradi, managing editor of New Tech City, said in one report. On the other hand, deep reading happens when people get fully involved in a novel or read a very important document, which requires deep understanding, and on the internet, they don't do that, Zamoradi says. Second reason is that reading on paper guarantees a better memory of the story. This was proven in a study done by The Guardian in Norway. Several people were asked to read a short story either on an ebook or in a paperback book. The people who had read the paperback books were more likely to remember the plot points in the correct order.
Track 31.
We haven't exactly been positive about ebooks up to this point, but they do have their advantages. The most obvious, of course, is the fact that they are very light, which makes them easy to carry. Also, the range of text size and line spacing options in ebooks means that readers with poor eyesight, as well as those with reading disorders, can benefit greatly. Language learners can also benefit greatly from interactive screens. By clicking a word within a text in a different language, a reader can look up its meaning. And what of audiobooks? Don't think we've forgotten. Much like ebooks, audiobooks offer an alternative for people who struggle with reading on paper. However, you might be surprised to find that one study claims audiobooks are the most effective form of consuming books when it comes to activating our imaginations. The study, published in the Journal of Verbal Learning and Verbal Behavior, found that human brains are actually more likely to create meaningful imagery when listening to a story rather than reading it. It allows more power for our brain's visual processes to start. Whatever way that you decide to consume a book, it will fire up your imagination and help you create a new world. As for which one is best, you decide. The science is just there to point you towards what's best for you.